Donald Trump's press secretary today announced that we will be putting tariffs on Canada and Mexico and China effective tomorrow, February 1st. 25% on Canada and Mexico, 10% on China. And, we knew these were probably coming. I was hoping somebody would be smart enough to get to Donald Trump and be able to convince him not to do it. But they're saying, well, promises made, promises kept. Now expect prices to go up. We get a lot of food coming from Mexico, a lot of fruits and vegetables that can grow there, twice a year compared to stuff that can grow here once a year. We get a lot of lumber and oil and energy coming from Canada. Both countries have said they are going to retaliate with tariffs, not to mention the fact that Donald Trump signed the U.S.-Mexico-Canada agreement agreeing to not put tariffs on each other between all three of those countries, which replaced NAFTA, which said the same thing. Donald Trump pulled us out of NAFTA, said he could negotiate a much better deal, renegotiated it back to effectively the same thing, and now is going to violate that treaty by putting these tariffs on. But again, he doesn't care about that. He wants to look strong because he's putting these tariffs on, because he thinks it's going to do something. Well, when asked about what happens if these tariffs actually increase prices and they don't lower them, his press secretary looked at the reporter and said, well, look at his first term. Look at what happened his first term. In his first term, Donald Trump put tariffs on China, and China said, well, fine, we're not buying your soybeans. We had soybeans rotting in the fields, and the farmers needed a bailout. They had to bail out farmers, or almost all American farmers were going to go under because they couldn't move their crop. It was ridiculous. He created a problem and then gave them a bailout to solve the problem he created. That's what Donald Trump does. He creates issues and then solves it and says, look at me, see, I'm a genius, I fixed it. Well, you wouldn't have needed to fix it if you wouldn't have gone ahead and done it in the first place. But he's not smart enough for that. So we will see how these tariffs go. Almost immediately after she announced the tariffs, stock market lost all of its gains for the day. All the gain was wiped out. And I'm expecting the dip to continue to go even lower because tariffs are inflationary. They're going to raise prices. People aren't going to be able to spend nearly as much money. And it is going to be bad for the economy. Donald Trump likes to run on he's such a businessman. He's a genius. He's good on the economy. This will directly tank the economy. We are going to see it. It's going to happen in real time. And we will have to see what the fallout from this is. And then it's going to be up to Congress if they want to leave these tariffs on or if they want to act and take the tariffs back off, because ultimately the tariff power rests with Congress.